Tashdele, everyone.
Tashdele, Gishla. Tashdele, everyone.
Hi, Gishla.
Tashdele, Gishla.
Hi,
Gishla.
Tashdele, Gishla.
Đây là một tràng lung ta hà đấy. Tràng lung ta hà.
Yeah, I see you on mute.
Yeah. The kid guys.
Kongi Kawari.
Yeah. What did someone choose to stand in? I want to. The window never changed. Chamber Madro. And that and that. Since that dog Cindy Manaji, Gardinchi Shata, Mamaji, but Chijam, Mashi, Tanji, that Tinji Mandana, the one deja, that Londo Golo Chibum, that doing by he, Yon, Dega, Kichijam, that Tinji Mandana. They were prison for the dinner, Jemaru, and the Chambashi conscious.
We say motivation. We cultivate loving kindness thinking. All sentient beings have been our mothers. Their kindness is exactly the same as the mothers of this life. All mother sentient beings wish for happiness and do not wish for sufferings, just like us. However, not knowing the object of adoptions and abandonment properly, we only create a karma that brings forth the result of sufferings. Cultivate loving kindness, thinking that how nice if all sentient beings have happiness, have excellent happiness.
What do what nice in Jetta Tonji goes on German TV. Cho Tala Tana Tomaru, Nambitendi, Ninja conscious.
Next, we cultivate bodhicitta thinking. May all sentient beings, may their treat always be free from sufferings.
But do what nice in Jetta Tonji, Quadang is only Dungalia doing gain the syllable from getting air on a post. Near on a project that didn't make us in Yanta with Sanji Kumbal and giving Nibadi Sulays and Yanta with Sanji Yabi, Yabajine. This in Jet Tonji, Sanji Kumpato by shower and change you say conscious.
Next, we cultivate bodhicitta thinking. Who has the responsibility to free all sentient beings from samsaric suffering? I have the responsibility to free all sentient beings from samsaric sufferings. However, I do not have the ability to free them from sufferings. Only those who have achieved the state of perfect complete enlightenment have the ability to free all sentient beings from sufferings. Therefore, For the sake of all sentient beings, I want to become Buddha.
더 공룡들의 신선제 transit 상지지 공부도 대체도 더 장중 남자들이 지키는 년에 최근도 지금서 공룡 레버치스 되셨어.
So we said good motivation for the sake of all sentient beings. I want to become Buddha. For this purpose, I'm going to receive Lamrim teaching and put it into practice.
Oh yeah, thank you. 당어서 난지 따버리시 쉬고요. 취 그래서 쉬비가랑서 파시두고냐는 게 심비터네. 되게 보시다리스. 또 파시두고냐는 있으면 다단다 아주 그런데 취시하고 토마들라 현신지 탄지기 된다. 그 상지지 공부토가 대체동을 리센니가도 그냥 취소로 바탕 이상 된디긴디 시샤바지 신바차고 대가서 그 신신 주시비가라는 신신지기 체도 대 차피와다 소소고 면도 나서 봐. 그가 저 참마다 간다. 신바차고요. 도만 신바 주님비가라로 와. 어다디 리신가 니가도 파 취소쇼로 바탕에 다 도마데 또 주님비가 신바들다. 신비년이 따다 생각했어.
Yeah, I always mentions about the importance of receiving teachings on the basis of six perfections. On the basis of practice of six perfections, we have to conjoin our listening to Dharma with the practice of six perfections. So the first one, the practice of generosity is for the sake of all sentient beings. I'm going to turn my body and mind towards the Dharma. For the sake of all sentient beings, I'm going to turn my body and my mind toward the Dharma. So with this, then we do prostrations, then we offer mandalas, and all this is the practice of generosity.
다 된디선자 다 된디 군혼데 여비 토네 대 간다 취슈비 갑텔라 다 간다 응악보네 짐마시와 리지보네 다 간다 저번에 지금으로 소치바 인터미넌스 저번에 지금으로 다 이지보네 네셀로 나시네셀로서 버튼이 상용이 마마도 같이 다 취슈비 가능해서 리마게 저번에 책임도 배 오네 와 저번에 오네 was point semba seguro sitting with point semba what that should be color goes into lui ngabone zima sheba that leash jaba ya bocheba say bone shela nesela so this no me bachi that in the susun pa linga jaba so ne ba pa ka baina de kanda drink shower drink yone single.
Next is the practice of morality. So with these motivations for the sake of all sentient beings, I'm going to listen to the teachings. And when we listen to the teachings, then verbally we do not engage in any any misdeeds of telling lies. And physically we do not engage in any misdeeds such as killing lives or hitting others or harming others. And mentally we do not think about we do not have any harmful intentions, or we do not we do not have any covetousness. Then with these, then our three laws, physically, verbally, and mentally, we refrain from engaging in those misdeeds. And this is the practice of morality, because morality is the minds of abandoning.
다 세바데 가서 다 랑리 슈 갑텔라 간다로와 다 소소비나 차당이 깔리피나 랑사 차바 친구들은 랑사 창샤바나 차바라 차티 친구들은 데라 제본체도바 야 티즈 장구들은 데라 세본체도바 야 tomba pumoti naguno this sebo chetuba dandle sebo chetuba daya chushibika lanza namagi ke tangwa ke janda shibana lanza kunro sayo marwa kunro sayo mare kunro layo mare kunro manaba da he ya mobin ke tangwa da kawa tangwa da chumbaina ya kunro manaba da chushibika lanza kanda sebi nyane simba chukuro wa dike chimbushare de kanda 차장라 서버 간이 전부 주나 대 당도래네 서버 제도 어디 집이나 당와서 수비 훨씬 두 가지 안에 들어왔다 주시를 가로.
And next is the practice of patience. So if we also conjoin these practices with listening to Dharma, and these practices, we conjoin our listening to Dharma with the practice of 6 perfections. So next one is the practice of patience. So when we receive Dharma teachings, then if we feel very hot, if we feel because of the weather, then we feel very hot, and sometimes we might feel very cold. So we embrace the hardships of feeling hot or cold, and then we be patient with it. So we embrace the hardship of it, and then we be patient with it. So sometimes we listen to the Dharma teachings, and then our hands or our legs are in pain. Then again, we embrace the hardships of listening. Again, the hardships of physical pain, and then we be patient with it, and we listen to Dharma. And sometimes when we listen to Dharma teachings, then our family members might suddenly scream. For example, our children, they suddenly scream or shout, and then you do not get angry. So you are also practicing patience when you're receiving the Dharma. And sometimes suddenly someone calls you, and the phone rings and etc. also disturbs you. So you also do not get angry with it. So this is how you conjoin the practice of patience with listening to Dharma.
다 세비 제대지라 전주들어와 다 전주들 대가로 내버리면서 다 랑리 쉬니까라 다 랑리 디시야페 산지지 순자 전공연에 전에 깨와 상보 가와다 쪼이토네 대간다 로와 최sab소치네 네네 쩨바치와 들어와 가가 쪼쪼토네 로와 다 전주스는 먼저 쪼이셈바로와 든디기페 다 깨와 상보 중소스는 세심바마이고 셈바 쪼이토네 최슈야 든디 마이바 다 산지 공원에 lungu chepe tsa chenpo ndi jipe hyuala susu kogada ndi keba sambu chungsu sa gawata tuwa tone de sabzu jini nyeba go sunga pe sozo shine deba de beso irwa o de tsendi nyang singwa de.
Next one is the practice of joyous effort. So joyous effort is the delightful mind. So delightful mind refers to when we receive the Dhamma teachings, such as these Lamrim teachings, then we understand that these Lamrim teachings is very precious Dhamma teachings by Buddha, and then we consider ourselves very fortunate to be able to have the opportunity to receive the Dhamma teachings, such precious Dhamma teachings. And then we listen to it happily with a delightful mind, and then we carefully pay attention. So we pay close attentions to the teachings. So our 3 doors, our body, speech, and mind, and then happily, and then pay close attentions to the teachings without any discouragement.
다 주님과 전주 대제에서 먼저 상대들과 상대지 파시스보다 다 상대지 파신 대가를 먼저 취 나리 니비가라 급대라 간다르와 랑게 나이다 남도라도 온 마송아들와 세대 나와니까다 나와데 신다왕도 마송아 세대 나이 신다왕도 만도와 답에 세 템보지네 나와 레바 테네 데 취시야들라 상호들라 세치도 들라 상호타네 데 소소게 된지 대바이네다 상대지 명리데 싱우요로와 오디레.
Next is the practice of meditative concentration. So when we listen to the Dhamma teachings, then our ears listen to the teachings, and our mind remained our mind remains stable on the teachings itself, without letting our mind being distracted by conceptual thoughts, or without letting our mind distracted by something else. So if we do so when we receive the Dhamma teachings, then we practice meditative concentration.
다 이제 두박 시로지 파진 들어와. 다만서 취시니까라 마 취시하게 랑도게 네도 마 때문에 어따데 소소게 난즈 라야데 디렌도 와세. 디 파토자 렌도 와서 소소게 체반진이 해바데. 배 소소로와 랑도지 네 인디 두바냐니 체고야 돼. 디 체마고야 파까고야 돼. 어다디 렌도 빌 상탄에 소소게 스탠다드 심바데. 이 시로지 냐니지 쓰는
Next one is the practice of wisdom. So when we listen to the Dharma teachings, then we understand the teaching. The teaching talks about the object of adoptions and the object of abandonment. So the meaning of the teachings, it talks about object of adoptions and object of abandonment. So we develop the understanding able to differentiate. This is the object of adoptions and this is the object of abandonment. So we develop such understanding able to differentiate between the object of adoptions and object of abandonment, and this is the practice of wisdom.
신주도야 그러와 맞아 추 시야 퇴바데 신주도야라 추 퇴바 나시 추 퇴비 되는데 신주를 추도야라 추 샤시 무슨 로거라마 담보 퇴 대제스 신주도스나 디디 자원이 책임져야 말 담보 퇴바데 다가라 맞아 신주도야게 들어 차고래 다 단단 맞아 추 퇴비가라 파시 두가 그냥이 하나 그 딜레 상탄에 추 년우디 다 신주문에 되어다 신주문에 되어래 신주문에 되어래 맞아 파시두가 냐네 신지 따따야 보데 신지 두번 맞에 배 맞아 배 체도 봐봤던지 차되고 냐네 파시두가 냐네 신지로와 파시두가 냐네 맞아 상지 공파도라 요도 메도 들어와 파시두가 냐네 들어와 뭐다 쉬 시간 찌트나 신지 되어가 냐네 갈래 되어래 단다데 파시두가 냐네 대가랑 상도는 아주 취니 비가라 취지 퇴바이나 신지 되어가 냐네 따당 조지래 이 납침부 차디래 어디니 양생 휴게가 주지데 맞아 최마 퇴바나시 퇴바데 냐네 3년 정도 퇴바지 대가랑 냐네 퇴바지 냐네 도모도 소리 아주 신지 되어라 디르가 소디르와 네 단단하시 무슨 퇴바다 따다 신지 되어래.
So when we listen to Dharma teachings or when we explain the Dharma teachings, it's very important to conjoin it with the practice of 6 perfections. If we conjoin it with the practice of 6 perfections, even we listen to the Dharma teachings, just one word of the Dharma teachings, then it becomes a practice of taming our mind. And this is the purpose of practice. So the purpose of listen to Dharma teachings is to practice, and the purpose of practicing is to tame our mind. So this is the practice, and we put it into practice. And if we listen in this way, then it becomes very powerful. So our listening and our practice, the practice of taming our minds becomes very powerful. So when we listen to Dharma teachings and we have to put it into practice immediately, we have to listen to the Dharma teachings and at the same time tame our mind. So immediately we put it into practice to tame our mind, not later. So so if we able to conjoin think about this 6 practice before when we receive the Dharma teachings, then not only it will tame our mind, not only it becomes a practice of taming our minds, and our practice becomes very powerful and becomes very excellent. So this is the purpose why I keep repeating about this conjoining practice of 6 perfections with listening to Dharma. So listening to Dharma and practice the practice of taming our mind, it should go together.
오다 두스 가서 파시두가 냐네 두스지 상담하면 가서 시간지 퇴바이나 다 신지 되게 냐네 따다 누구여스와 이게 처음하게 뒤진도 다 간다 냐네데 무슨 저 퇴하게 처음하게로와 배하고 시작했어요.
So it will be good it will be good if we conjoin our listening to Dharma with the practice of 6 perfections. So if we do so, even we receive the teachings of one verse, and then it becomes then it able to tame our mind. Even this one verse of teachings able to tame our mind.
다 드링 아주 창도 되게 레어데 디싱 아바드가 레어와 디싱 아바드가 레어데 다 디시 주디 처럼 좀 나서 뇌스나 뜻답되고 싶으시도와 디시 주디 페 네발 페샤오디 담보라니 네바 이바 뇌수비 토네 벤나차데 뇌수 네바 이바 시자치 네바 이바 신바지 네바 이바 마지 소소 그 등의 용바데 신바지 다 등의 용이 다 나차 딜리아 조야기 다시 상호 당원이 다 멤버 개발지 저분도상 기타달리고런 디히니바들와 디히니바 멤버 개발 쳐봤지 다 멤버 개발이 처리 되게 가르쳐 봐는데 참아 기타선 바나시 그래서 칼에 니기 제기 상디 데 디히니바데 데이터네 때 간다 멤버 되게 때 간다 니기서 데이터네 때 디히선 바 멤버 되게 메드 제버와 다 메드 제버는 디히선 바들와 다 메드 제네 때 메드 제네 메드라 빼 자체부 시부지 다 오늘 메드 나사도야 조야기 다 여도 메드리 때 자체부지 때 자체부지네 때 메드 베제단에 사바데 디시 시바들와 시시바들와 오늘 다 메드사 다 메드사네 다 메드레 야 조고 다 나사데 메드 사와티네 야 조아데 다 디시 나바창 조아티네 다 간다 메드사네 조아데 디시 시바들와 다 디시 나바가라 나차데 메드사네 나차를 조디 다수서 가와다 멤버들라 이체다 대바다 가와다 조아지고 간다와 조아지고인데 기와는 디싱아바들에 단 디싱아바되게 네바되게 다 멤버기 빼 somba 나시 에와 somba 나시 네바들라 멤버들라 이체체바 멤버기 메체바 들라 이체체바 로와 들라 이체체바 다때 이체체네 때 구바체바들에 다 간다 아달리고도와 때 구바체바 마치 데이제슨 디시 두바데 오다 네바데 네네 덴디 메트 자체만 니 나사들 덴디 조스 다 나라 마치 신신제 탄제베 간다 메테 메메다 멤버데 로와 메다 멤버데 베 마다와베 신지 간디지베 나사 룽지 베기 나사들이야 마도지 봐도 다 멤버다 메트스도 베 카마다와 멤버다 마다와 메다 마다와 베 이니 지리도 네반데바티 네반데바데 디디레 디시 투바트 당한서 멤버 하나 빼셔오더와 멤버 하나만 빼셔오더디레
So regarding these 6 perceptions, it's very easy to understand, and then it's very easy if we think in this progressively. Then it's very easy to to understand and then to memorize it as well. So regarding the first one, the perceptions of oneself as a patient. So we have to develop the ideas that oneself is a patient. So not only that, then we have to recognize that we are experiencing the sufferings because of this sickness, and then we develop the wish to be free from these sufferings. Then it leads to the second one is, so after we develop the wish to be free from the sufferings of those sicknesses, then we start to look for a doctor. So it's the second perceptions. So then whatever advice the doctors gave us, then we listen to it, and then we accomplish it and we listen to it. And so then the doctors will give us the medicines. Then we have high regard for the medicines, and then we cherish the medicines very much. And next one is not only we cherish the medicine, and then we also take the medicine, we eat the medicine as well. So after we eat the medicine, then we free from the sufferings of the sickness. So that links to the next one is we develop, so the fifth perception. So we develop belief, we develop faith, we develop respect, and then we have the delightful mind towards not only the teacher, not only the doctors, and then to the medicine prescribed by the doctors as well. And so after you take the medicine, then oneself is recovered from the sickness. Then you develop the wish for other sentient beings as well. So other sentient beings, they are sick as well. So may the medicine and the doctors remain long and not separated from them, the doctors and medicine, so that until all sentient beings free from the sickness such as wind, bile, and flame. So this is how we link from the first perceptions to the sixth perception. So if we think in this way, then it's very easy to keep in our mind.
다들 먼저 멤버부터는 두시제 자당대 두시 레고와 다 되나 된다데 베기 톤으로와 멤버를 자야 돼 베기 되네 다 된다라 자야 돼 가서 대가로와 다 라나 니바다베데 먼저 되나 자야 돼 차도몽스는 임바 차도몽스는 나서 대이왕게 다 라니 빼는 코와 지제다 그 동아 빼는 셀러메바 용아 들어와 동아 셀러메바 되니 용아 니바 되니 니바 이번 시체로와 로와 어 되니 차도몽스 그 대왕게 빼는 코와 지제다 그 동아 셀러메바 되니 용이 니바데 다소소 코와 지제다 그 동아 텔이야 줘야지 다 다시 좀 맞이나 난 지금 모두 산에 뺏어서게 다시 전에 딱 계신이 세고 들어와 근데 코와 지제다 그 동아리야 조지지 탑된 바보 때 간다 계신이 세 때 계신이 세네 계신이 내네 뺏어서 세나 가와다 좋았지 로아 가와다 좋았지 다 가와다 좋았지 지바든 디신이 받으러 간다 계신이 내 받으러 디신이 받으러 난 디시 손바다 계신이 기다 배 코와 지제다 그 동아들이야 조지지 탑 담바템 다 간다 담바템 바데 람도진이 담바템 바데 로아 난 디시 손바들어 디시 손바들 다 담바템 바 나시 다 소소비 냐네 최긴도 제바든 디시 시바들 디시 시바니 되냐서 어디 디시 시바 다 기기니 람도니 담바템 바 나시 템비 되데 또 소소비 냐네 최긴도 제네 때 간다 라니피나 림바기도 간다 추세 까마세와 민도 간다 림바기도 소소 야진도네 냐니 지네 냥도 지라 또빠째와다 때때 코아치 제다 그 동아서마 추루 로아 니pad레오디 그래서도 기기니 들라페 이체도 대발레고 이체도 대발레오디 디싱아바스레고 디싱아바스 로아 디싱아바데 다 기기니 되기 벨랑도 진네 템바데 추아메 바다 소소 냐니 제바데 네 추아메 바데가로 냐니 제바나 그래서도 그 동에 추아 녀무스 또 코아치 제다 그 동에 간디나 동에서 바림바기 메가 추노다 때 기기니 게 로아 윤데들라 게이신이들라 까득지는 그바지 게이신이 윤데들라 대바지 윤데들은 대바지 게이신이 까득지는 그바지 바다 딜레고 간다 대바다 개바 유치 딜레고 디싱아바다 딜다 디싱아바들와 어다 딜레우디 내가 간다 디시 투바 딜레우디 어따페 게이신이 랑도페 니트리 페 소소 랑이나 순다지나 페 동알 투가 탑자 첨부 디신도 서로와 담바자 첨부데 자 첨부데 랑다 신지 간디지나페나 차다 모습이 네무바텔 마도지 봐도 담바 자 첨부데 달라마데 다 마자와 지틴데나 파린도 니나 쳬마루 나베 멜란단데 소아다 멜란단데 소아다 디레 엔디시 투바 아디소 페림바 노당도 빼야고 쉬어요 맞아 상당한 냐니 빼 자데고 쉬어요
Yeah, so I'll say the example that I mentioned just now is applied. The doctors and medicines example. So what it's trying to illustrate is the meaning is, so we are affected by the sickness of three poisons: attachment, anger, and ignorance. And because of it, then we experience the general and specific sufferings in samsaras, and then we all sorts of sufferings, such as the sufferings of fears and anxiety that is unbearable when we circle in samsaras. Then, then we develop the wish, thinking to be free from these sufferings. And in order to be free from these sufferings, and I must take some effort. I must apply some. I must put effort in eliminating it. And the method is I must first look for doctors. Look for spiritual teachers. So spiritual teachers is the one who teach the method to eliminate those sufferings. So I must look for a spiritual teacher who reveal the method to eliminate those sufferings of afflictions. Then having found one, then we feel very happy. Then in order to eliminate our sufferings of sicknesses, then the spiritual teachers give us the instructions. So the spiritual teacher teach or reveal the instructions to us in order to eliminate the sufferings of afflictions. Then we practice accordingly the meaning of those instructions, and we progressively practice it. Then we will improve. Then we will develop improvement in our practice. Then the strength of those sicknesses will getting lesser and lesser when our practice is improved. It gets better and better. So then fifth, we develop the belief, faith in the teachings or instructions of the spiritual teachers that talks about the object of adoptions and abandonment that is unmistaken. So then we develop such belief and faith in the spiritual teachers, and together with the instructions instructed by the spiritual teachers. So by remembering the qualities of them, then we develop faith, and by remembering the kindness of them, then we develop respect to them, the spiritual teachers, together with the instructions. So such precious object of the instructions given by the spiritual teachers. So I am free. I am freed from this sickness of afflictions. So I develop the wish, or we develop the wish we develop the wish for all sentient beings also to be freed from this sickness of afflictions as well. So may the spiritual teachers and the instructions given by the spiritual teachers remain long in this world, and may all sentient beings not separated from them until they freed from their sickness of afflictions. So we conjoin. So the last one is we conjoin it with the aspirational prayers.
Sanji Chondin, Chusum Baba, Sanji Chondin, the Yishibate, Da, Loame, but Simi Chivo, even Chichibasi did it. That's Sanji Chondin, the Yishiba Chusum Baba, and Susubina Danga Sanji, which Church and Yanni Sigil, so Pamba Tashiba, Toban Tashinike. Then do you pay a Loame with Simi Chivo, even the Shiba did it. Roa, the Yishiba Chibatam, the Hiesot.
So regarding the fifth perceptions, contemplating the perceptions of the Tathagata as an exalted being, and the fifth consists in bringing to mind the teacher of the Dharma, the Blessed One, and developing respect for him. So one way to explain this is the Dharma teachers, Buddha, the Dharma teachers, the Tathagatas, who is excellent beings for revealing the instructions that is undeceiving. So the Buddha, the Tathagata, and the Dharma teachers is an excellent being or exalted being because he reveals the instructions that is undeceiving. So such excellent beings or such an exalted beings who has already perfected in the abandonment and realizations.
That in this is the Chida, Chivito, the teachable Chibitam, the Hisna, Tarangi, Zailama, Bishiniti, Kandarua, Chibitam, the Hibasha, Chibutamba, Lomi with Simi, Chibilhomi, but the Nigu and Hichinua. But the end of the Chirangi Gishini, Lamati, that the Hishibi Tuba, the Hishibata. And by years and Disha, DJ. But that dilla was a teachable Chibitam in the years of Delati, the another country that you put on as a manager share to Sirua. That and the dilla, Chidan was a secret Katulma and Ria to Samotana.
Yeah, so this is how we we can interpret we can understand from the words of the teachings. So to contemplate the perceptions of the Tathagata as an exalted being. So this, what I mentioned just now, is one way to understand the fifth perceptions, and another way to understand the fifth perceptions is the exalted being or the excellent beings refers to one's own root guru, the spiritual teachers, and they are the exalted beings as well, because they reveal the instructions that is undeceiving. So we regard the spiritual teachers, our guru or one's own root guru, as the nature of the guru is no different from the Tathagata. So this is another way to understand the fifth perception.
다 취지를 르드니 빈디시스 대다데레 다지 공지 지시인바 사지 두바데 다 간다 라니기 페체자 쳔보 당한디 인디지페 로와 니알페 데 간다 신신지 당지 다랑 마지 신신지 당지 베 코알레 마두지 바다 데디 쳔데 베로와 코아지시 마두지 바다 데디 쳔데 지텐데나 니나 쳔마루 냠베 데디 살로타 데리 다 간다 로와 농도 그때마데 그때마데 배 담바자 첨보데 녀모발에 신제 타제 녀모발에 마도지 봐도 딘딘지데나 예리도 년에 되라 태상 책임도 지지유나 점마로 냐비 다 된다 되래.
So next, the last perception is generating the wish for the Dharma traditions to last long. The sixth consists in the thought how nice it would be if, based on listening to such a Dharma, the victor's teachings remain in the world for a long time. So this is what I mentioned at the beginning of the teachings. So such precious teachings, those instructions, then not only me, may all sentient beings also free from the sicknesses until they free from samsara. Then may the Dharma teachings remain long in this world. So based on our practice of listening, based on our practice of contemplations, so we develop such a wish. How nice if all sentient beings, how nice if all the teachers and the Dharma teachings remain long in this world until all sentient beings are free from samsara.
다 다지기 군의 슈츠이마다 사지 두바데니마 된다들리 우도와 사지 두바데 그 다지 군등아 취 간다로와 취바다 취니바 간디지네 디코도 다 나리네 되는 우도와 시데 취바다 님바 간디지나 수수그 쥐로서샤 취로서 셰바데 근데 제바이나 더 취시제 니도 누구 말이에스 간다 니도 누구 말이에스 예샤야마 다지니 82 야니 심비토니 취 취지 퇴바이나 다 심비토야 그냥이 따당 누구여데 따당 누구여래 어다 딘디송자 간다 랑기 쥐라 로와 랑기 쥐라 피비치도 뒤치도 니고래 예스 단도 나리니 포테가 송우도 로와 송우도 베샤오디 베나 멜루나게 시기지 멜루나라 소소고 동발라 지마요메 다 잡아라고 요메 멜루나라 받다바이나 데 요메 하고 그래 데 여바이나 가반도네 데 소소고 추네 전에 잠마서 다다 이우요로와 이 신고요로와 다 대가 나시 데 소소고 신주기 내무 리가게 제발라 소소고 리가 예송라 너주데 쥐 간도 용고요메 데 취지 멜루나 단도데 데 하고 그래 예세고 취지 멜루나 따오데 다 취지 멜루나 따스나 취지 멜루나 세와데 취기 랑도게 내시바디레 취지 멜루 담바자 첨보데 랑도게 만니 시바디 된다디레 취지 멜루 시야데 오다 랑도지 데 니템바데 데바 소소게 고순제 샤와 마rum버스다 파 자마소네 파 자마소야 데 샤와야 보르스데 스두야데 로와 뭐 취지 멜루는 디시고 오다 드리스 데 페샤데레 마소 멜루노 따네디 소소게 dom발라 지마 요메 하코노 그레스 데 지마 요나 자마소야 로와.
So he continues to say, apart from that, if you set your own continuum to one side while explaining or listening to the Dharma remaining separate from it, then this will result in whatever is being explained missing the point. Therefore, it is necessary to listen in order for one's own continuum to become determined. To illustrate this, when you want to examine whether or not there is dirt on some other impurity on your face, you look at yourself in the mirror and understanding that there is, remove the impurity. Likewise, when you hear the Dharma, your faulty behavior appears in the mirror of Dharma. So this is what I explained at the beginning as well. So when we listen to the Dharma teachings and then we conjoin it with the practice of 6 perfections. So with this as a basis, then when we listen to the teachings, even one word, then it becomes a practice of taming our minds. So if our mind, so whatever, then we have to listen to the Dharma teachings and then immediately put into practice to tame our mind instead of doing it later. So if we do not do so, then our mind remains separate from the teachings, then the teachings heard it becomes ineffective because it doesn't hit the right spot. So then again in the text, and it gives another example. Is like look at, if we want to see our face is dirty or not, then we look at ourselves in the mirror. So knowing that there is dirt, then we remove it. So we also look at ourselves in the mirror of Dharma to check whether or not our body, speech, and mind, our deeds of body, speech, and mind is at fault or not. So if it's at fault, then we remove those faulty conduct of body, speech, and mind. Then we accomplish the purity of good conduct or good deeds. So looking ourselves in the mirror of Dharma, what does it mean? So what does it mean is to understand the object of adoptions and the object of abandonment. So this is what it means by looking ourselves in the mirror of Dharma. So it's to understand the object of abandonment and adoptions of Dharma.
rangi pe shigi la pe ruwa ta nana yome hakone te kanda dewa nanshi ta rangi chugu melu la tani ta rangi chun kar se gundu yundi kar du gundu te chun se dang ta yudin du dang te kanda chugu melu tenpa nanshi jine te suzo kudu yes du gu res pe shao de nirma shivu de jero le pe sida sigi po se de digi ta jero le songu do jero dagi cheba ngibi su chuji melo santone ila do raji de dan chula shopan juro se ta de digi kanda nga su su ge chue pa se ya da yundi dua de sida si po na ji ta chuche ure se go da ko tambo digi nda dilma shigu do la rin de shigu do dagi cheba ngibi su se nga su pe su ge cheba de yabo me ba da nga cheba yabo me cheba nge duja resine anzu killing it the physical boy or so pechova the name by yosini oh that is that's so be known to the jun sama killing or the be known to the jun 당이 오늘 전에 단답받아 디 로와 단답받니 저방 뭐 precious 고 내가 이 두자 precious 다든 지금 무슨 that's 이번에 다치 두그레스 딜마로지 디 추지 쉬어이로 that's technology jabi kandra jabi kandra se dogore sida si po logore ta nichi bole do.
So to know our face, whether it's dirty or not, then we look at ourselves in the mirror of Dharma. So then we look at ourselves in the mirror. So just like this, then we look at ourselves in the mirror of Dharma, and then whatever the Dharma reflects, then we accomplish the virtue. So we accomplish the virtue, and then we eliminate those negative deeds or misdeeds. So in the text, then it is like in Garland of Birth Stories, so the Jataka tales, where the son of Sudasa asks Prince Chandra for Dharma teachings in these terms. Then there is one verse is quoted: "Beholding the forms of my bad behavior in the dazzling mirror of Dharma, anguish arises forceful in me, and I turn toward the Dharma." So this is the story. This is the story about the son of Sudasa, or in other words, is Sudasa Putra, and another name for this son of Sudasa is Kamashapada. So, and we should practice Dharma just like the son of Sudasa. So and it's very rare for people to recognize to recognize and acknowledge one's own fault, saying that, or I'll say whatever I've done is incorrect and is a misdeed, and then I accept it, then I do something about it. So it's very rare for people to recognize it and then to acknowledge it as well. So we must practice just like the son of Sudasa, recognizing and acknowledging his own fault, whatever he had done was wrong, and whatever done was wrong, and then he do something about it. So we should practice just like the son of Sudasa. So I would like to explain this, the stories of son of Sudasa again.
다들 제로를 했어 저와 근데 시리코서 대 통하고서 제다 지방이 비스 취지면로 상관이 일도 하지데 단 치료 쇼반이 디카타가 리도와 다들 간다 간르지나 와 선지 존데 내가 아마 로바 람디네 가서 저기 보다와히 디 제와는 좀 미세더와 이 제와는 좀 미세나 딱 간다 테마지라 렌지라 간다 자시 다와데 Jimmy was the Sajid de la Penny, Jimmy Charles, the Sajid de la Penny, the Tanzan labor more chicken, tuning it, Yasida, the chin in the Digala. Chin in it, that Lobodo, Toja Wajakanda, a Dutch and Judge of Dutch and Buchi, the Dichiwa, Quani, did you tell the Dasitasipo, Dasitasipo, the pair, Korangi, Ropa, Lamboda, Samata, Mamuchi, did some labor, Toyori. I told you, Jesse Dawada, Jesse Dawag court, so that's interesting. That's Misha Sange, missing it, that could live with that kind of target in the pet, some of the Shena Jegu. That Shena Jet, the rich, a little bit, some of the dredging the country was in it. Then Jesse Dawagi, that in Jubacheco Maris, Kaki Checo Maris, the Dutch and shoot chamber the lay with it. Then Samagi, Jesse Dawagi, Zimo, the Simons Mamodua. Jesse Dawagi, Stasi Puyus, such a dry as a dish of Pandoro GD, that's the most of Khan, no machine. That deals to my coins, send Sergeant is called Sagris. That K. on Marsine, Jesse Dawagi called Stasi, you such short Pandora, Jesse Dawagi, Roa, Stasi, Sal Pandone, Roa, that court, Jesse Dawagi called Janako Church, dealer over Yimbandra, Tulachi Bomba, Roa, Jesse Dawagi, that's Stasi, Javo, 2D. But the two the Copaji Chishina Copaji Chilla, yeah, so say we do la point Saras, Dilla point Bandas, Tula Duschi Shower, Kandaroa. That's the most Hama car, the Kamatuba, that Jabo Stasipo, you said such a dish of Palone, and Dova Est, that it don't be.
So this verse comes in the story about the son of Sudasa meeting Prince Chandra, and the story goes on saying, so when Buddha was on the path of training, then he was reborn as a prince, and his name was called Prince Chandra. And then one day, this Prince Chandra went to one beautiful park called Kemutsa. So, and this, and then to the park, and there was one. Brahmin. There was one Brahmin also went to the park as well, and this Prince Chandra requests teachings from the Brahmin, and then he was listening to the teachings given by the Brahmin. And then while they were receiving the teaching, while Prince Chandra was receiving the teachings, and he heard a loud noise. Heard a loud noise. Then he asked, "So what happens?" Then those guards and the entourage of the Prince Chandra said, the son of Sudasa is coming, because the son of Sudasa, they ride elephants, they ride horses. Then they see the son of Sudasa is coming to the directions of them, and those entourage, the guards, armies, and etc. They were very scared, because the son of Sudasa is famous for eating human flesh. So they were very worried, and then they were very scared. Then they start to run away. Then this Prince Chandra said that no need to worry, don't be scared, and don't need to run away as well. So when the son of Sudasa is coming to the directions of Prince Chandra, and then Prince Chandra wanted to go to wanted to meet the son of Sudasa as well. So those his wives and etc. They knew about his intentions, and then they're trying to stop the Prince Chandra from walking towards the son of Sudasa. And Prince Chandra said to his wives, no need to worry. And then son of Sudasa, then Prince Chandra walk in the directions of the son of Sudasa. So, and when this Prince Chandra walk in the directions of son of Sudasa, then in his mind, then he think, so maybe can subdue his mind. So maybe this is the time to subdue the mind of son of Sudasa. So with this in mind, Prince Chandra walk in the directions of son of Sudasa.
But Jazanta Jasidawa, Kanda Sidasi, Purlewdi, Dishola Pandori, that's the most Kama Tubaji, Pandora Kanda. Pandora said the Kosidasi, Tony, Kope, Jasidawa, Koransala, Chile, one Tony, Kope, Kundo Shivolane, Nanji Kola Mukalish to buy in a Shenaki in a turnover. That Matibache Ko Sidasi, Lewdi, Jasidawa, Kotala, Pandora, the Kundo Shivolane, Ko Tritine, the Tritine, they Kanda Jasidawa Sala Lew. That Jasidawa Lew, Teton Lew, Jasidawa, put down nice, none didn't use the shows in it. Those love no. Not Jasidawa put down nice. The chance shows. Corporate, so the corporate, Nala Tara Wuyos, Nala Chuk Wuyos, so the court say when Jasidawa chopper Dylan Juni, that kind of that Trudu, Korang Desa, Korangi, Michia Sasage, Netan Sata, Sajakangas Mabu chart, or me, Michasa, me, Metaton, sister deal, such a deal chino, that kind of.
So son of Sudasa was seeing the coming of, as he saw the coming of Prince Chandra, then he got very angry because usually whoever see me, so me is refers to son of Sudasa. So whoever see me, they will run away. And however, this Prince Chandra, instead of running away, he walked directly to me. So then he showed his sword and then and walk to the directions of Prince Chandra. So and then the Prince Chandra said to show the sword, and then Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, I am the Prince Chandra. So come here. So and then this son of Sudasa, holding the sword in his hand, and then walked to the directions of Prince Chandra, and then carried Prince Chandra on his shoulder, and then run back to his own nest, to his own where he stays, or to his own house. So this place where son of Sudasa stay is red in color because the ground is red in color because he is a human flesh eaters. So because of eating the flesh of human and the blood of those corpses, and then make the ground red in color.
Misha Sans Sajatilla Partinity, Sajatilla Nashada Guper, now so but the Mombudua Dramanipa, and the key jig the Mombudua. That Dilapa, a later, that the Sajatilla later, the Jessie Dawa, Tishani. That's Pugi, Jessie Dawa, meet Tashilada, piece of meat done. Jessie Dawa, the Pina Sus, Samboda, with Zibushi on Sarava, Zibo, number Zibo in the Copina, she sued like this child, a Shuji in Dutel. Zibo Shuji Dutel. The next century. That just a dog, that just a dog to this Shah, they got the just a dog and that mean a change is a level. Change up, Michua, change up is a tony. Change up is a tony. They did down the that's it, change up show is that's it, or that your Jabu Dawa Cho, lots of tempo, get a chamber. Shibuji incident. That not a level with the channel, that meaning Chumasho, Mo, teaching it. That low tempo Monduas, low tempo Monduas, that Yangi Lewdi, that Teba Momba Karachi in a Pintoki Monduas, Teba Momba Chevana, Nini Gangi Lewdi, that low tempo Monduas, Yorua, Nangishina, Teba with Pingu Monduas, dena yo manjo kan ki patsu sun de baina pa yo tsuyo jo manjo ji yo maris ya na shi resha swa de baina ko tsun june yama de baina de kanda yo jugure yo ndogure mo yo tsawani ni yo ya maris ko katu de ya maris swa o nangi shina teba tsun june de ko ya su mayu chede de ko yo pat ya de ma de chede ko katu de ya marako de yo mas kandarwa dena yo manjo kan ya mas ko tsun june salama deuri de ko kanda jo ndogurwa yo ndogures de manjo ro me ba nashi de nangi shudi de jo teba ko pingu mo doas 다 저런 당부 제시스 민기pe 저런 로아 저런 세 저런 사는데 대쪽에 지모다 보다 파마다 참마르페 잔두군도 우티네 다죠 셈바교네 대처럼 무요베스 다죠 참마다 카트는 우티네 저 셈바교네 무요베스 아딜로레 고 스다지 폴라 제세 다올파.
So where son of Sudata stays is a place that is not pleasant, and of course is not attractive as well. Where they can hear many unpleasant noises, such as those animals and birds. So such an unattractive place to which then son of Sudasa carried Prince Chandra to this place. And then the son of Sudasa put Prince Chandra at one side. And then this son of Sudasa was looking at Prince Chandra. So because Prince Chandra was very good looking and very with a good charisma, and then this son of Sudasa just stared at how good looking Prince Chandra was. Then Prince Chandra, after a while, Prince Chandra started to cry. Then this son of Sudasa asked Prince Chandra, so you as a prince, so-called, so famous as a Prince Chandra, and so famous, and why you reach here, then you started crying. Then you reach here, then you started to cry. So you're listening to Dharma doesn't do you any good when sufferings arise, and your practice also do not help you when you are in difficulties. So you do not have a stable mind. Your mind is not stable. Then so it's just like if I'm trying to pull you to one side, then you will not be able to remain steadfast, right? You will just if you are pulled, then you will follow the directions of the pulling, right? So you cannot remain steadfast. If someone is pulling you, then you cry. Is it because of I'm going to eat you, and you're going to separate from your beloved parents or from your beloved wives and sons? Is that right?
That is low data. That's it. Our change show to data. Stasi poke. That chiro tandi pamada namade Buddha Jimmy deserve say chani deliver. Tangal kicha tambu shesho say to slawa. That tambu shesho the just dog lende. And ye transit hilapina chishibala yumbuju chuma sons. Indigenous ape change show sons. 다 예인 뭐지 좀 와서 땡아파 땅다 니 예도 푸네 니 앉아 출래 우세 두스파 알아봐 스타스 나 땅다 니 예도 푸 땡이 쳐 앉아 레우스 그러데 그 저지든 기자 가르치는 나 뎀바가 이치고 그래서 배 인치다가 칸을 렌지 취차리 수 이치고 그래서 난 지다 칸을 취차리 앉아봐 실로로 두고 레베스잖아 지다 칸을 렌지 취차리 때 간이 파로 두고 그래서 이 친구 레벨이 저런가 저런 때 미치 용으로서는 나자라 파 드라차는 메시지 틀리는 요 말했어 다 간다 드라차는 순타고 그랬어 다 나자 레차는 타야고 요 말했어 이노 다저 용어서 딜로디 자시 다와게 니기 라 용어서니 켈랑 차이지라 나 잡고다 거기 니 뎀바도 쏟았잖아 니 진로 말했어 니기 차 뎀바 세와다 니 쏟았잖아 니 뎀바 도구 말했어 뎀바 도구 말이 지식 말이세요. nga zishek wa nga yungi latsa de nga tata yungures chwa sene ma yese de ko yi ma che yin de ya da chang sung ya sung de che tsu shos ni ta go esela la ne de yi ma che ba chi tang re so da ba da chira pas ne de transit la kar che go na chang sang che sun do bo sho da as de do bo chang do bo tsu sho da de nga gi chura ya me ta ta ya ni me chama ta di che 샤 사야니 다총 샤 사야니 메 자디체 데 되게 인세라 데 총도 보셔 세트스라 데 이마 제바시 바탕 한다 거기 다스 야보 제세 다와서 콜로 잡템보 거기에다 전부 실기 정면에서 그 간이 두게 그런 거 제바시 제 내가 준 거다 간다
Then this Prince Chandra was shedding tears, and then this son of Sudasa asked Prince Chandra, is it because you're going to be separated from your beloved family members, parents, wives, and sons? And because of this, then is it because of these then you're crying? Then please tell me the truth. So then Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, saying, as if I was receiving the teachings from Brahmin, and I haven't got the chance to make offerings to this Brahmin, and then I was carried away by you. Then please let me go. So Prince Chandra said, so please let me go, and then I will go and make offerings to this Brahmin from whom I received the teachings, and then I will come back here. Then son of Sudasa did not believe Prince Chandra that he would really come back to him. Then he said this to Prince Chandra. So if someone already at the jaws of the Lord of Death, so would this person able to be able to escape? So would this person would able to be escaped? So he said this to Prince Chandra. So what it means is there is no way that you can escape the jaws of Lord of Death, when you're next to it. So then Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, so I will come back. I will definitely come back, and I only tell the truth, and then I guard it. I guard my words with my own life. So I will not tell lies. Then so you don't have to worry. I definitely will come back here. And then the son of Sudasa said to Prince Chandra, so quickly go and then do whatever you want and do whatever you wanted to do, and then quickly come back here. So I will be here and then waiting. I will be here. Get ready with fires in order to eat you. So I will stay here. So the son of Sudasa did not believe that Prince Chandra would really come back here. However, he still let Prince Chandra go back, and then he want to see such a person, such a famous Prince Chandra, such a heroic Prince Chandra would really keep his word or not.
nāla kuni tirwa tā tāngzi tila pā pīwa rwa tā tāngzi tila pā pī tāngzi tila pī tsai jila tī kāndā rwa tī yabdi yāngyā sita sīpula tsindodo chidi yasi dawa tī yasi dawa yāda yungdu tsu tsamāngi tā kāne tā māndu ru shīn chī sita sīpi sāchagri sīgris tā tawa nīngi kīcha dīmba shīni ngī tsū yungu yīnsi lāca ngā dīmba sīwa ngī sōta chāna tawa nīngi zīngshīg mara ngī dōgu rēsini tā chūla kā mātu bachi tā yāda jāsīta zīmo tsama kā mātu ba tē rāngyā pā sita sīpula sāchagri pā ndōba rēsi wa tā pā ndōdi tē sita sī sāchagri pā tā nī ozi leo nī jāng rīmbo nī tā jāsī dawa yāngyā tsū lōba tōngu yore sita sī pūy jāsī dawa sā lōba tōngu nī tā sita sī pūki tā kōda tsū lōgu mara zīmā tā shiandar yā tēngor kōki o cancer did so low yanja logo is ko yansi go me kanga shede ko pando chade ko tsa saroch ne leni siji yo mara thanda pa ro siji leni yo ma 그 스타스페 양세 말이지. 코면에 친 용어도 사. 그 양세네. 대 양세에서 레오디. 대절레 대 스타스 보자 칠레차디 예시다게. 왔다 치는 가 서스. 다사쇼. 다나 사쇼스 가 칠레 차인스. 그러와. 니 덴발랑이 소프트웨어랑이 진시고 말스. 당가 레디 다 치는 가 서스 라와다 간다. 스타스 폴라. 스타스 페이 사이트에 가리 나라 시구에서 저런 거 너무 말해 사이트에 나라 시구에서 뭐 사이트에 나라 시구에 다다 메라 두바 마모두스 메라 두바 마모레셔스로 두바 마모두 두바 진지 샤드 메라 세바이나 샤라 두주마 카브레스 두바 주마 카브레 메드 마티세 두바 판자나 땡이 저런 메라단 땡이 사그레스로 왔다고 그 디치네 디스고 아세고
Yeah, so son of Sudasa let Prince Chandra go back, and Prince Chandra went back to his home, and he made offerings to the Brahmin from whom he received the teachings. So for each line, then he made offerings to the Brahmin, and then after making offerings to the Brahmin, and Prince Chandra wanted to go back to where Sudasa stays, then those father and mothers of Prince Chandra stopped him from going back to son of Sudasa. So the parents said, if you go back, then son of Sudasa definitely will kill you and eat you. Then Prince Chandra said, so I already said I will go back to him. So I already promised and I will keep my word. So I will not tell lies. I will guard my words with my own life. So the parents of Prince Chandra are not able to stop him. Then this Prince Chandra went back to the son of Sudasa. Then when Prince Chandra was walking to the directions, is getting nearer and nearer to son of Sudasa, and then son of Sudasa was thinking there is no way Prince Chandra will come back. Definitely he lied to me. Excuse me. Then when son of Sudasa saw the coming of Prince Chandra from afar, then he feels surprised, because it never happened before. A person whom I let escape and then would come back to me. So he was very surprised. So Prince Chandra reached the place of son of Sudasa and said, "So I'm here. So I keep my words, and then so you can proceed to eat me." Then son of Sudasa said, "You don't have to worry. So I know what is the best time to eat you. So now the fire that I've just set, a lot of smoke. So if I were to eat you and burn you, then your meat will taste very smoky. So when the smoke is lesser, then I will eat you. So you wait."
저는 사야티스까지 가라게 싱그레에서 다코 디제 라르체네 다코게 마이 저 장세들라베 개천도 가고 추 니바티베 개천도 가고 쉬우시 두스로와 개천도 가고 쉬고 저는 반 예쁜도 무슨 판도 드리시 제안도스 데 저는 가르체 개천도 가고 쉬우인데 근데 장세들이 저는 가르시에서세 데 다음부터 가르 지셔다슬라고 다코 저는 배 개천도 가고 쉬우인도서 그 장세들이 저는 가르러서 시에서 취 내가 지시다 하세 라레서 간다고 그러와 러디 데 장세기 레시 장세기 해바데 최다 최마이비게 이와 넘번 제바지레서 최다 최마이바 제바시네 네 최레 네 최마이바 디바레서 두자레서 네 최 냐니 제과레 데 냐니 마지바데 두자 쇼레스네 데 최다 최마이바 치반지네 디시아드레 데 최 심볼라 최 미샤사니 심볼들 데 최라 최다 최마이바 시야 가요 레스코 최 심볼지라 최 미샤사게 심볼들 네 최다 최마이바다 최라 신의 가르치고 그래서
So also while waiting for the fire to get ready, then they just wait there, and then son of Sudasa asked, "So the teachings that you you seemingly regard so important that you receive from the Brahmin, and even to the extent that you wanted to go back and then to make offerings for it. So what is the teachings that you? What is the teachings? So what did the Brahmin say? So tell me. So son of Siddhasa said to Prince Chandra while waiting for the fire to get ready. Then Prince Chandra said, Brahmin was teachings about also differentiating differentiating between Dharma and non-Dharma. So Dharma is what we're supposed to practice, and non-Dharma is those negativities and those misdeeds. So those misdeeds and negativities are non-Dharma. So this is the teachings of the Brahmin. So you are worse than Rakshas. So you are the human flesh eaters. You are worse than the Rakshas. So why would I reveal the teachings to you?
Oh, that just dog transit share the money, but number J. That symbol Jabang Eba, Misha Sanke Cholope, need the Shin culture or essay. That does love a essay or Roa. Yes, that's it. Boogie, yeah, church deas. You call Sanoch Tani. A call Sanoch Tango Takanda, Roa, churches deas, a call Sanopani. Could kind of range, Magina could dream do to Baku. The Corona Pecho symbol, Mishas and a Jabang Yamba, just die by Losara, Mishas and a Jabang Yamba, and the Nichilang church that you might chola shin culture, Seloroa. That could change this court pay Dimas in a college, Matana could change Dimatin. Did the Lord, the Chona Jabo Lambot Samage, Manda and Dada, treated to Kuni, Rada second over to us. Rida to the stay by the church and Gawa Marives. Just down part work, yes, down to a time. Then just dog till later, I would do a time.
So Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, so you're as bad as a Rakshas eating a human flesh. So why should I give you the teachings? Then the son of Sudasa said to Prince Chandra, so you hold on. So because he needs to think for a reason, think for an answer to reply Prince Chandra. So if he did not give an answer to that statement, then he will feel he feels not okay if I don't reply to his statements, to the statements made by Prince Chandra. Then son of Sudasa thought of a reason and then said to Prince Chandra, so you all, the royal family's king and ministers, so you all also carried knives, you're also using bow and arrow to shoot, to kill animals as well, to kill wild animals as well. So isn't it go against the Dharma?
That is only low in it, Kandastasiki, Lady Jurwa, that John Jabuda, Lambot Samaga and Dada, Dudu of Conera, second way the Chid and Gawa Maribe, and Lodi, they just sit dog Palindi. That Radasiki Jabu Suina Kanda, Seva in a Chid and Gawa race, and lays Chid and Gena race. Chid and Gagri the Inaya, Misha Sankite, Misha Sawa Deja, Radate, Roa. Meshasa Deja Kanda Ridade Meshasa Dili Rimeva Resroa Meshasa Deja Kanda Roa Mid Ridale Rintoa so Ridale Rinto Mid Ridale Rintoa Chires Roa Meshasa Deja Ridale Rintoa Meshasa De Chedangawa Dele Duaris Dele Dua Yimit Karazina Misewa the Chita Ranshi Kurasha, Suji Sahuamanas. Rangi Shiba in Sha Sahuaman, me Rangi Jipe, Yang Savaina, Kandichevan Shibaino, Sha Sahuamare, Kantun Sha Sahachi the Kawasis, Kantun Sha Sahachi the Mikawase, Sako Saguma Rangi the Shibaina, Sahuamare. Charangi Mikantun Sha Sahachi the Missy Kurasauduas. Tepe, Charan Telepe Sapcheva is over.
Yeah. So Prince Chandra replied, killing animals is against dharma. So, however, compared to you eating a human flesh, then that is worse, because a human is higher kind than the animal realms. So it's higher kind than the animal, and killing animal is against dharma, is negativities. However, killing human beings is much worse than killing an animal being. Then just like usually people will not eat the flesh of human, even though the person dead because of, like, for example, falling off cliff. However, people will not eat the flesh of human. So you, for the sake of eating the human flesh, you purposely kill humans and then eat their flesh. So this is much worse.
That's yan tripa just dawai pa la sarwa ta te lo sai jila ta sta sipi just dawala tsilo ne ro ta chuna ngai tung de yanja tsile chu shong la kheba mareves chu shong la kheba ina yanja nga tsa leo te ngi gi se ba ngi epe saba de shingu ro chana de ji shingu ya samar chana shong la kheba mareves lo di just dawa nga shong la kheba is 이 shong la kheba yin jinse kaza nga dembi tsite demba shia ke je shia dembi tsite da zawani ngi ngewa maji wa sonsa nga shungla kebares ro shungla
keba
da lojong la keba lojong la keba ro chonbe lojong la keba mareves chora lojong la keba mareves chora nga tsal yanja tsleu senta ko dene da ko pe ni saba seba ha ko shi ko tsleu ko ku ba no le shasko this on them word chora jongla keba mareves nga kepa res kepa yinza nga ligu yores ni dembi gi demba siwa de la dino loya yores ni demba te ngewa chi gu mares de chen nga kepa sunga demba sunga de chen nga shunga kepa res ni dembi chi loya tang mares this nga sile bares lo.
Yeah. So then some of Sudasa again argue with Prince Chandra. So you're coming back here, and you know that I'm going to kill you and I'm going to eat you. So yet you still come back to me. So you are also not as you are not very intelligent as well, or you are not very intelligent as well. So probably, and you are just like a stupid person. Then the Prince Chandra replied, I am knowledgeable and I am intelligent. The purpose, and because of my intelligence, that's why I come back here for keeping my own words. So I do not make empty promise. So this is reply of Prince Chandra.
kankan dani ndasi chene tani yungores chiwa la shene chiwa pachi chiwa la njiba me insares reyes chiwa mi kankan chiwa la shigore chiwa la njiba da shena me insare reyes la just the alpha.
Then again, son of Sudasa said, so everyone reached here, and then they are so scared that they are unable to talk, and their bodies shivers. So they so scared that they can't talk, and then their bodies shivers. So are you not scared of death? Then son of Sudasa asked Prince Chandra.
The Jesse dog lay the country was now. Meet some of the deeper sheva sonsa deeper sheba in Jopachini, then chilodi doing you want sonsa, yeah, and Jitachi was deeper sheba, deeper such a bashine, they shall not tell me it on Dungeres, then Jipachigres, not a chigres, Roa, they don't announce of a chigres, neither deeper lane shames, then Chival and Jipachi, Karchin and Chigre, in Jinachigres, Susu Dunga, Nuag, John Chi Saya, Dipan Chia Marsi.
Yeah. Then Prince Chandra replied, so everyone everyone else they are scared because of because they committed negativities, and then at the time of that they regret, and then they experience the sufferings of fear, anxiety, and etc. And I do not commit negative deeds, thus I am not a regret, and even though the time of death is near, there is no need for me to feel fearful.
That did learn it, just down and Jipa miss. That's on us, sure, say, that just down Angelori, yes, does it pull up. That's on our choosing us, let it, that was does it put it, that could never change. That could mini chumakani, Michuchoni, a leash papa done, spoken on destiny. That deeper Ranshi, that deep Ranshi, so pay, should be deeper Saturday, and destiny. Debate that just dog, when it's should you that church avalangi some much about here you don't need deeper sheba, Mazibitan, deeper sheba nichon, seven not do to by here you don't need to about chipa chowers. We do the pay, so pay subu, here in Bahak, or she was do to na, this was she was. Then it turned over Jipe, such a way in by here you don't need your Kawachi cigarettes, Kawa cigarettes and that whatever you were. Do she into 220 series, do you by here into 220 series? The Delanashi, Chopina, some to be a chuba belt, sub chimboji, she in Chukasi in Sagres.
Yeah, so again, Prince Chandra said, so now it's time to eat me, so now eat me. So then son of Sudasa was very amazed, and then he developed faith in Prince Chandra. So knowing his own negativities, then he shed tears, and then his body was shivering. So son of Sudasa was shivering because of knowing whatever he had done was negativities. Then he developed faith in Prince Chandra, and knowing that this Prince Chandra is an excellent being, is a great being. So such a great beings. If I knowingly kill and eat his flesh, then it is like knowing water, knowing something to be poisonous and yet consume it. So he developed faith in Prince Chandra, and then he dare not eat such a great beings.
That is so that's the Puggy, that the lower. That's the Puggy, just the debate. That you could. That Japan may be Susan Noah, or that day sure. That be Jessit Sidasi Pudillo, that under Roa, Jessit Dawala. That channel of a transit, Chileva, Mawade, that the channel transit, General Sachimbushi, General Pandoya, being appeared, transit General Sachimbushi, and Chishel, that didn't all the she does, that cheating allergy she does, that dog Japan up Japan Yamba, they can achieve Meluna Tower, then on the second tons are this. That's the bottom. This was a yellow doing that dark, Chula Pashua, Chula Dubanyani check. That day, Susuki, someone delivered and I shilling. They just dollar sure that day. Then I'll picture the Rochi is sure that on the transit channel at the outside with an Altero, she is the way she would.
So, son of Sudasa developed faith in Prince Chandra, and then he said, so what he said is this verse in the text: beholding the forms of my bad behavior in the dazzling mirror of Dharma, anguish arises forceful in me, and I turn toward the Dharma. So this is exactly what son of Sudasa said to Prince Chandra after he developed faith in Prince Chandra. So, and then after say this to Prince Chandra, again he requests teaching by saying, so now please teach me the teachings that you receive from the Brahmin. Please teach me the good explanations revealed by the Brahmin, which you have high regard for, and which to which you make a great offerings to. So now, please reveal such teaching to me. Then he started to request teachings from Prince Chandra, and then he said, having seen my forms of negative deeds in the mirror of Dharma, then now I need to practice Dharma. So he developed such thought in him, in the son of Sudasa.
That is on the that just dog, that one Koran church, Dila Pondosa, that Tula, just dog Tula the Truba, that could seem to the other, could you that Tila Pone, Tila Podi is a reating, that can just dog the Gone. That general church when cook, a dealer, that General Ratamai, Martin and Dugre, that has it conditions in Ratamai, Tilan, the deep and no much gather them make it 60 to she said, that Genoma, Emojila Madine, that one board to the Pina, Susupina, Suboina, Samape, one board and others to Dune, and that Zoom tables, and that guy number, Zoom Tenepina, Jobaya Bocine, this Zoom Tene, that shooting a mid-layer, so the guy to the Tele Mitani. Meet the gather them between the Mikitani. That city is sitting at the Kanda, at Sachambocine, Dizina, Sachambocine, and return the Guba, Jibitone, Roa, the sailor, some say that now only Lepa, Tini, the John New shows it, and New Grazen, Amagama, Amotima Dejo.
Yeah. Then Prince Chandra thought to himself, so probably this is the time to tame his mind. So probably this is the time to tame his mind, and his time to practice Dharma has arrived. So then Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, this is the verses. These two verses are the replies, said by Prince Chandra to son of Sudasa. So sit on a seat that is very low, fully develop the glory of discipline, see with eyes imbued with joy while drinking the nectar of the words. So Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa, so now take a seat that is low, and then with your senses, with your senses of focus, withdraw inward, and then show a smiley face, and then with a good conduct, listen to the teachings. So listen to the teachings, which its words is precious like the nectar.
That's the book, just dog, that you to lot of my Martina to teach the news. That's the book, Dole Tomochi, Dole Tomo in the Chicana. That's the Kurang Petulo, Za, Chiwa to some of the Dotaka Tini. That should Javanashi Dotaka, those Jenny, Tini. That just the chanting on the shoe cheese. Ah, Megushiva, and that Dole Tomotica Kurang, Tuloza Chibo to Dickon Mati. That just the Dickon shoe cheese. That they can shoot the choose or cheese. That Kurama did just the Dickon Shuji. Then did they are dinner. They just dog share and me at that. That Papa, that sort of cheese and visual.
Yeah, so listen listen well and then with respect. The Prince Chandra said to son of Sudasa. Then son of Sudasa, take out his take out his clothes that is of good quality, and then laid it on a flat stone, a high flat stone, and then request Prince Chandra to sit on the garments that laid on a high flat stone, and then he requests teachings from Prince Chandra, and then with delightful eyes.
That in this one, they just dog, that on the Stasicola, that on the children, but that children you cook Jutenua, that Jutene, that could have seen a pimple that shoot you Markandarua, Sina to me, take on that she chepe, Nikanda, Sochi, someone in the Chigamis, that Kinetanjachi, that Kinetanjachi, Rua, Kinetanjachi, that on the just dollar Gurding days, Gurding situation, that she Tawny, Sinjasin, in the Senate, Shasa, some of Pongis. That doesn't like to get some of money. That's some kind of a job, which go, the name Mamma, some kind of Summer, Frank Sachi, the 2 years. That was some that's some kind of Michi, Mabama, Chansama Logis. Logis that just dog, Gurdy Sage. Gurdy children, Nissinji Papovi, Mishasa Pongi, that Tanja for is that Tanja could do to a which is.
Yeah, so after Prince Chandra taught Dharma teachings to son of Sudasa, then the teachings subdued the mind stream of son of Sudasa, and then brought great benefits to his mind. Then in order to son of Sudasa, in order to repay the kindness of Prince Chandra, then he promised to Prince Chandra that I will never kill sentient beings, and then I will not eat them as well. And then he also, son of Sudasa, also released all 99 captures in his prison. So he captured 99 humans and kept them in the prisons, and then so that he can eat them. So, and after received the teachings from Prince Chandra, then he promised that he will not he will not kill, and then he will not eat their flesh anymore. And also release these 99 captive, and then from the prison.
다든지는 당아주 최니나 스다스 이쁘게 최니 바나시 네고레 냐네 디나시 제고레 예스고다 간다 로와 다다지 군능아 아주 지 쉐사로 파신도 그냥네 심바든지 다다 야보 차고요레 다들이 디선도 사샤 다 게임바 참마기다 로지 둔스도 로와 둔스도 파지 고사르로와 그래서 로지 신고요레 다 게임바스로 양자 야 제야 제대로 제세 제야 제대로 다 간다 야 사바리지야 가서 동대 로지스로 하마고니 여러와 지 고마뉴 얘기 지거든 다 든지 체는 가서 지단 드리투스 로지지 두시야 좀 두시로와 다 간다 게임바게 퇴사로와 그래서 퇴사로와.
So we should practice, and we should listen to teachings, and then we should practice just like how son of Sudasa did. So, and that is why at the beginning of the teachings, and I also mentions the importance of conjoining listening to Dharma with the practice of 6 perfections. And if we do so, then our way of listening to Dharma and way of practicing the Dharma then would be correct and proper. So this story of son of Sudasa meeting Prince Chandra, so most probably the senior members, and then you would have known about it already. So however, it would serve as a reminder for everyone, for especially the senior members, and then there is a need to telling this story, and especially for those who first time hearing this.
That totally is that it is listen to.
Yeah, so I will stop here for question and answer.
Question from William Liu. William, you want to read up?
Okay. The question is, what sort of being or spirit is a Rakshas? Symbol in Shikareza. Simjing is Shikareza. Symbol in
Symbol is the Misha Sangan of the world. Misha Sangan of
Mi Maina.
Did Mirwa? Mir got the Mir. That's Misha Sangan of the world symbol.
Yeah. So when we talk about
then this symbol of the world, the Dundee of the lower,
Dundee answer you.
Dundee lower.
That's all.
Jida Misha Sangan in the lower in this symbol.
That's all. So when we talk about Rakshas, it can be human beings or it can be non-human beings as well. So however, it mainly refers to being who eat human flesh. Then there's a second question in the chat box. What era is that son of Sudasa eats human flesh? What? Yeah. Kazan. Sudasa gipu misha saya gi lo katujesa. And they turap katujesa.
The Dirakazi Tendike Loya Meta. Tendike to the Ganda Logi to see your reservoir. That woman be Ganda de Sanji Jondi de Mapping Miller in the Wa. Sanji Jondi de Mapping Miller in the Wa. Mapping. They could just a dog, Loba Langi Negasarwa. Sanji Jondi de Maju to remove the Laris Kanda.
Yeah, so has it a specific time? Has it there is this story in the text. However, the time is not specifically mentioned, and we can tell the time is before how say Buddha Shakyamuni became Buddha. So we can tell, we can tell the time is before, this Siddhartha Gautama. Yeah, is before Buddha coming to this world. Ini di Kibutawa ina di Sangye Chungden di Rang Marabe ini di Lobe Lam Lam. Zamling di. Ini di Zamling di ina gisla. Zamling di ina. Kibutawa Zamling di la ra.
Di kanda peya bara kanda kuchi ngamaro. Di dekala rene di peya bara ko.
These are the past story of life of Buddha, right? So it happened before the last time. But yeah, Susanna. Caroline, you can talk. Caroline.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you, Dr. Go. Gisela, this Rakshasa is the same as Raksha, right? Okay, question number 2. If it is the same, that means whenever we do our sadhana, these words come out Rakshasa. So it's meaning this kind of beings, they actually are human flesh eater, right?
Yeah, and the symbol in because sometimes like the Raksha Gyugi or it, sometimes like the Rakshasa the Gyugi or it, the 20 in us. Raksha and the Rakshasa and Yechena, the 20 Tawin. And the Kizit Tawin, and also the Tagi Navola, 60 and 20 or Raksha. Yeah, Raksha and symbol of when it's 60 Raksha Sati. And the Tagi Navola, the 20 or.
That is a meat is a Chitaka, me, Sanjis in the Mikani as well. Sanji mining as Sanjis in me already. The mirror, so Mira Tashitaki almost go. The cheaper image and was a Mila Sanjis in the Honda, when is Sanji me Sanjis in the Europe.
Because I need the Taki Navola, 60 20 or Rakshas at the Raksha.
So as a mark could get Shindaris, the Loharis, and that the mirrors go. Just the sisters question mirrors go. Mila Mumi the Tamis the Yochers go, Mila Mumi the Tamis. Meet la when it's a meet Nashi Yugumar, Mila Sanjis in the Mioresco. Sanjis in the Miores. This Sanjay Monemar was never to me Yoris. So Mires Kana. Mirror the status of the Miresco. Kanza Chedabachi, Kana symbol was the Miro Chedabachi.
Yeah, the Sudasapu in the symbol.
That symbol Nashi is what call Miros, that's called Mires, that's what. Symbol Nashi is what they can call Mishas and symbols of the Mishas at the reaching race on Renabuchi. Renabuchi, so that they call it John symbol Nashi is just die Palora.
Yeah, so when we say Rakshas in these stories, then Prince Chandra said son of Sudasa is as bad as a Rakshas. So he's as bad as a Rakshas. Then in this case, when we say Rakshas, then this refers to it can be a human beings as well. Like for example, the son of Sudasa is a human beings. Then is like Rakshas eating human flesh. Then yeah.
Yeah, this is Susan. What kind of karma that give birth to formless realm being? Formless realm being.
Sumela give Q Karijesa. Sumela give Q the Karinas.
The Sumela Tia, Omala Rapatane, Kumala pe Shivata is a Kanda. Sunday, Mato, Debani, Debala Rapatani, Suhalia, Shivata, the Sumela G. The Suganda and Debanicala Rapatani, Sumelia, Shivatani, in the Tanki Yanicingitilla, they can't make Sumela G. due to Charovesco. That's to make it to Mishes and Mish than it doesn't Tanager that the Charovas, Shimara, the Sumijimanso, Sumela G. PG, Nedo de Jury, Nishi and Depichaware. That is occasion, Mara. That is
So, yeah. So the cause of being born in a formless realm is by seeing the coarseness of lower realms and seeing the peaceful of higher realms, seeing the peace of higher realms. Like for example, to be born in the formless realm, then they have to look at the coarseness of lower realms referred to form realm and desire realms. So, and together with seeing the peacefulness on higher realms, which is the formless realms. So by doing such, by seeing in this way, then they will create a cause to be born in formless realm. Keeping the Dhamma tradition available, special.
Sheila, can you give one example of a very famous formless being?
Yeah, sume kam ge semje yang kira chenpo ji sungro nangza. Sume kam la kiebe semje ji kira chenpo sungro nangza.
Kira chenpo ji.
So.
다 kira chenpo ji sume tenji ji da chungpa chi ji la da chungpa chi.
Ah, da chungpa.
No, da chungpa chi sha ji da sume tenji ji da chungpa chi.
Sume la kiebe semje de da chungpa sha na.
Da chungpa chi sha ji si.
Ale. Ji ro is la.
Da chungpa chi.
Yeah, so I think Shila gives the answer is Arhat.
Sume tenji ji da chungpa chi.
Sume tenji.
Sume tenji ji da chungpa. Sume kanza tenji ji da chungpa si yo suji tenji ji da chungpa. Tendi da chungpa se ngaso ne da chungpa ranja da chungpa tendi kichi shi wa.
Oh, sume tenji gi da chungpa ro is la. And when we talk about Arhat and their Arhats, how say they are tenji ro, their Arhat reside in formless realms, and their Arhats reside in form realm as well. Yes.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you, Ken.
I think the next question we go to Tiong Bing one. As a lay people, how can we contribute to number 6, that generating the wish for Dharma to stay long?
And it is true, but the tricky to la ring to neighbor said they are is la. And the ring to Nanzo Kimban Yamlin Ching and tricky to ring to Netang ring to Netang Kandejin.
Tanda dodo shekula dire se ngaso. Pe ngaso chuji tsula chue de ngaso tanda dile ba song ji tangba ji lungu chue de la song tangba ji. Sanji ge soro lungu chue de. Ta lungu chue de la ta rani pe sanji ji kumpa mato pa do lungu chue de la 퇴상 제주도 마다와 퇴상 책임도 퇴상 공수 냐니 책임도 제주 여봐 데리 농구 최대 지된다 님바 소소그 말라디에 데레 퇴상 공수 냐니 책임도 제주 여와 쇼사님 바디 어디 내가 너도 들
Yeah, so to give the summary for the 6 perceptions is the Dhamma traditions, right? The Dhamma tradition, the Dhamma refer to the scriptural teachings, which is the scriptures of Buddha, and how we as a lay practitioners contribute in keeping the Dhamma traditions for a long time is we develop the wish. We develop the wish until I achieve the state of enlightenment. May the teachings remain long in this world, so that we can put it into practice through listening to, contemplation, and meditation. So this is the condensed answer to your question.
Sorry, Geshe-la, just now to clarify answer given that some Arahat stays in formless realm. We thought that Arahat has achieved liberation, free from never be born back to samsara, whereas samsara consists of desire realm, form realm, and formless realm. So can we clarify that how could Arahat, which is free from samsara, be born in formless realm?
Yeah, tenji na ti degi to da ra is la.
But tenji is na ko kansal ki shiwo.
Kansa yeah. Any the dajuma ina dajuma the quality to quality tower ini di tower ina yang di sumi tinggi di kan di 용기요 나.
이게 저거를 quality 같은 데 비딩지 강사 여러.
ini di quality 주요 바로. ini di yang sumi kamla ini di tinggi 지야 di yang di quality yang 게 바로 yes.
quality 레니왕 그 지고 다 정보도 레니왕 지고 말고 sumi ting지 강사들 마도 다 정보마다 레니왕 quality 지고 말이지. 레니왕의平时레니왕의 지고 뭐가 진짜 된 quality 줬어.
Yeah, yeah. So, there are arhats. There are arhats in the formless realm, and there is arhat in the formless realm also, right? So, when we talk about arhat, so they born in the formless realm is not by the force of karma and afflictions. So they take the form of formless realms. So arhat take the forms of formless realm. Not by the force of karma and afflictions. Yeah,
Okay.
do they?
Sheila,
Okay.
Sheila, I have two questions here. In previous classes, Sheila was mentioning about the mind actually, the origin of the mind is actually pure. Okay, so my question is, if the mind comes in pure, then how does the karma comes in and the imprint? That's my question number one. My question number two is, previously Geshe-la talks about the importance of listening. By listening, we can actually free from samsara and get liberation. So although we know that in principle, Dharma practice, we need to study, we need to contemplate, and we need to practice. If let's say by listening, we can get liberated, then why do we need practice? Thank you, Geshe-la.
Yeah, ini di kasa yang sabuku itu jadi ini di jaga kita kan di syurga, ini ngancu sengi rangsi cima tahu na di kola ini di kita ini kisah lagi lengkap bare. Ini di ngancu sengi rangsi cima meba ina ini di lesaya dan baca saya di kandi di cuma res. Ini di jawa tahu bare. Jawa ni bah syurga tanda. Jawa ni bah di kasa tu pinyu ini di kisah lagi mampu sumber ini dia nang ni jiang tubi cumle yang tu kasa yang di thaba di top gire tubi ini toba gyune ini tu yang thaba di top tu gire ini tu di tu sam gumsun di shigi ora ini di dan kisi tubi pinyu yang tub kasa tuba jibula tene kuale thatugi tugi yona ini tu nyamnen chigo marwas
yeah
karijini nyamnen chigo resa
等到可是现实活动这那主要当部的了吧升级上去的为啥升级上去的了怎么要吧呢是吧但升级上去可能怎么要吧呢升级上去的但咱们说要嘛的看到俺说当部你那边是吧8多多那不进俺说10多多那不进说帮他们的去념도这当的도도 수전 주지 나디 주니 상마서야 요 말을 한다 그러와 그러나 창조고로 조보차되로 나 콜라 주니 상마서야 개요 말에 그러 간다 그러 같이 주바이나 실로 같이만 주니 매바 차바이나 간다 하바데 사고 말고 조보차되 그러와 조보차되 대 조보차고 주니 상마서야 민주 진짜 코로나 시 코로나 조보차되로와 대 차자선도 그 자마선이 다 사약으로 여말을 가서 빠도도 가서 발리나고 지서야기 주차라고 지주시도도 지는 되는 소반다무다 동도 진행이 된다고 시여바이나 도도소 빠디 이제 양세트네 코로 매바 맞춰봐 줘바이나 다 살로고 말스코 코 사말로 이제 가서 코 드야 매비 이제 코랑시 코 잡아 차대스코 다요 말스 다 내가 나시 맞아 세대 장시 코로 잡아디 여바이나 다 주에 추니요 말이지. 랑시 코로라 정말 여바이나 주에 추니요 말이지. 로아 치료 말에 대자원이요 말에 대메어 손사 대 생지 정신들 잡아요 정말 여봐이나 내가서 태상 공수 두바 냥에 제라 다 펜도 같이 요 말에 펜도 요 말에 내가서 외에서 하고 그래서 정말 로보아시고 생지 정신을 정말 로보들 레벨 해서 로봇의 레다는 가서 진행되는 배샤오의 가서 컨트롤의 로봇의 진지단 되는 레우도 컨트롤다 보지나 컨트롤이나 로봇의 현다가 진지단 되는 컨트롤의 레우도 하면 가서 그 컨트롤 대대가 장시 그 컨트롤의 세는 대리가 문도 왔어 답발시 그 세는 주마치 바 컨트롤의 여바이나 내가 세는 장시 컨트롤의 장시 레디 세는 가디나 컨트롤 답발시 문도 왔어 세는 가디나 그 더샤 답발시 문도 왔어 로아 가디나 나제 따버리 힘도 왔어 장시리 여바이나 거 장시리 여바이나 나다 빠도도 나시 따버들 요구라고 뒤따 대송자 간서 로봇 레고였고 잡았어 로봇 렌저서다 대파 장마 소야였고
로봇이 겐 와일라
로봇 젠나 테네 로봇 레고라
로봇에 대한 호프티칼라
호트가 레고 호트가 레야데 젠나 테네 레고라 군조 라이 젠데 비게 신다지 유로버지다 강산나지 소소나 마가 실라버지다 마가 이미드라버지 데리체다 태우데 군조 레고요라 실다브라 태워 오 데리 레고요라 다 대가 나시레스코 로와 당가서 조체 장마지가다마 게니 거리루자이나 시고 조체지가 루자이나 대파 소바 거리루바이나 파시던 장마 소야도 왔어 이 장마 소야데 시고 코로랑시라 조바미야 다데르스 랑시라 주마미가 다데 랑시 시고 코로랑시 잡아이나 같이시나 시야야 봤지 장마 이어 작은 말스 집바지장스 되고 이어 그런 작은 말스
그래서 우리 레단 바차사디 용당이나 디안카 로봇이 겐티네
로봇 겐티네 레 사고라 그 공조도 레고 하면서 공조를 빼잖아
Yeah, to your first question is, I say our nature of our mind is free of impurity. Our nature of mind is pure, free of impurity, and if our mind, the nature of our mind is impure, then there is no way that we can purify our mind because it is part of the nature of our mind. So just like we just collect the dirt and then make it into a bowl, like for example a bowl of dirt, and then no matter how you wash, and then though you wash the outer layer of the bowl of dirt, and then what it left is still dirt, right? So it cannot be purified because the nature of which is dirty. And similarly, our mind is free of impurity. The nature of our mind is free of impurity. And if our nature of our mind is impure, then there is no way that listening, contemplation, and meditations would do our mind any benefits. Then, so how this impurity comes? So it comes adventitiously. So adventitiously also means suddenly. So I'll say just like anger, for an example. So our mind, anger is not the nature of our mind. So, and how do we get angry? We get angry when we suddenly meet with its conditions for this anger to arise. Like for example, one person say unpleasant words to you, then you met with such conditions, then it becomes a conditions for your anger to arise. So you suddenly met with the conditions for the anger to arise. Therefore, we get angry, then we create karma. Then this anger is not the nature of our mind. And if yes, then we would stay angry all the time. If anger is part of is the nature of our mind, then we would stay angry all the time. And in fact, it is not anger is not the nature of our mind. And just like a piece of glass, just a piece of glass, then it is clean and clear. So if you put dirty things on it, then by wiping it or by cleaning it, then it will reveal its own nature, which is clean. So this as an example to illustrate the purity of our mind.
세지 장기를 드마 세와도 담부 드마도 미슨 거랬어. 드마 세와도 가서 차당 모습 리비 너무 주서 드마 세 들로 거랬어. 와 세지 장기라 드마 여비나 세지 장기 그로 너무 나자 차당 모습 라신이 가지고 그래. 세지 장기 드마 세와 들려 내가 가서 뇌송다 차당 모습다 대샤 바샤 사는 데서 드마로 와. 그래서 빠야 드마디. 와 드마디 그 생지랑데 된디 차다 모습데 장시 생라 장시지 여바이나 데고 간수 잠마서 그랬어요. 그래요 말이고. 나띵어서 하고 본다. 담보 드마도 예수 그랬어. 드마스는 대샤데 해당 군도 제 따바리 되고 뭐도 왔어. 생는 도에서. 어디 따바 지 데바이나 디 드마도 되어서 장시 여랬어.
Yeah, first we have to identify impurity. So we have to identify impurity, and impurity is afflictions together with the imprints left by it. So impurity refers to afflictions of attachment, hatred, and anger, and the imprints that left by it. So that is what impurity refers to, and this impurity is not part of our mind. It's not part of nature of our mind, because if it were, then we would remain like, for example, anger all the times. So since it's not, if it is the nature of our mind, then there is no way that we can purify it.
다 저랑게 조니바데 인디르와 다 조니바데 지당이 가시지 저랑도 생지 조연나 저랑도 생지는 같이 유지를 되는 거지. 맞아 퇴바 퇴장들 계시 시고요 말이야. 퇴바 장발라 때네 가서 TV 채널 해반지 TV 딜을 또 봐지 TV 야만이 봐고 TV 양인 내가 토서 네 퇴장을 계시 시고요 말이지. 네 가슴이 지금 휴차이 바지 코트 생지를 기 유지로 게 예. 퇴바 때라 때네 퇴바들한테는 랑도지 내데 시 랑도지 내데 시네 때때라 시비 되더라 냥레 책임도 제 얘네 냥레 책임도 제네 때 답이 공부토 너무 어디에서 된다 때 당보 가슴이 시바 당보 냥레 책임도 제바 시바라 당보 퇴바 제버렸어 퇴바도 맨날 시야크로요마 냥레 지야크로요마 싸워들었어 그래서 퇴바라 페이어스는 퇴바도 맨날 랑도지네데 싸우는 신고 말이었어. 퇴바도 매바이나. 아무 퇴바면 랑도지네데 신고 말이. 랑도지네데 마시바이나 너무 빵토고 말이. 타바토토고 말이었어. 와. 퇴바라 때네 랑도지네데 시바라 때네 두바 냐들네. 두바 냐슬렘바라 때네 타비 고마토. 도신도 그래서. 근데 퇴바 짱밖에 말이었어. 와. 근데 정말 그 도와도 야분도스.
Yeah, so these two questions of you and is a are very good questions. And regarding the second questions, so most probably if you if you going through your notes again, if you note down, then probably you would you will see the explanations in it already. So when we talk about the verse quoted from collections of verses about listening, the benefits of listening listed in that verses, it doesn't refer to mere listening. It doesn't refer to mere listening. So what it refers, the meaning of these verses is, after we listen to the teachings, then we know the object of adoptions and abandonment. Then we practice accordingly the meaning of what we have heard and what we understood. Then we abandon afflictions. Then we achieve liberations. So it doesn't refer to mere listening. So it refers to, after you listen, then you understand the object of adoptions and abandonment. Then you practice accordingly the meaning of the instructions. Then you abandon afflictions and achieve the state of enlightenment. So also previously we discussed about it, that in order to understand, to know the object of adoptions and abandonment, then we have to listen. We have to listen to the explanation. We have to listen to the teachings in order to know the object of adoption and abandonment. Otherwise, there is no way that we could develop the understanding about the object of adoptions and abandonment without listening to it, right? So don't mention Soto mentions about abandonment of afflictions and achievement of liberations if we do not listen at the beginning.
우다들배 야보리시 되게 지나시고 저는 지지들배 상황에 야보시버스 저는 지지를 다단 두었어. 배 야보서 가서 체도 집에 총대 되게 지나 희번이 TV들도 봐지 TV에 많이 보고 TV 영상에 뭐 토. 다 지지를 야보 쉬어졌을 때 딜 상황에 야보였어.
Yeah. So the verses about listening that we discussed in previous class then is very important, and then is also is very good to think about it. On this verse.
I thank you. Today stop here. Yeah. That dealing also should be parents. Should be dealing with what's going on. Jinda jemaat roa. Diga sama loroshis.
So next class, I'm going to start from how to explain, and considering the advantages of explaining the Dharma.
Also the gates of children dwelling gates of dilatini. That chetin baji bandwa dewatarwa. That zanin dila mantu da migela soba mayubada. Zanin de pa shidi yuata. That niya sopa nyudo trayata. Roa. That demazing as a chicho and dewatabi sinji sitting deba. So kind of some of it near the Sanji Kumbatoya. That and that never Kashi and never deserved by near the Toya. Near the turn by Dichi Christmas over Yunavi. That's some of the more than cheese.
We conclude these sections with dedication. We dedicate the merits accumulated through, especially through these Dharma discussions on Lamrim. It may be the complete cause for the world peace, and may the happiness prevail in the world, and may the world be free of natural disasters, free of conflicts, and free of war. And may this pandemic be quickly pacified. And we also dedicate these merits to whoever have connections with us, with these centers. So may those who already passed away, may they quickly attain the state of enlightenment. And among members and friends whom we know, and some of us felt sick, and then may they quickly regain health, and may their life be filled with excellent happiness.
Doggy genius,
So big it was it in Dondo, Guna, Campendon, Chiva, Jizelo, Santa, Mai, Timini, Morindo, Sejo, Sejo, Rimbushi, Magi, Bano, Kikuchi, Chiba, Yamba, Meba, Kone, Kondo, Bewa, Sho, Pawe, Chida, Kimba, Gundo, Sampe, De, Ande, Shinte, Deda, Gunje, Jeso, Dalo, Jekewa, Dela, Donjerato,
Unita,
Rimbushi, Magi, Bana, Kikuchi, Chiba, Yamba, Meba, Kone, Kondo, Bewa, Sho,
Zenita,
Rimbushi, Magi, Bana, Kikuchi, Chiba, Yamba, Meba, Kone, Kondo, Bewa, Sho,
Tuzon Chanjian
Jambe, Kewe, Tenzin, Bewe, Kunse, Topose,
Chozo Goya, Leme,
Dojo, Bataso, Duje, Kendo, Jate, Sho,
Tuni, Linje,
Jesungo, Jube, Lang, Cheche, Sese, Kanche, Tenju, Kun,
Chana, Bemo,
Tenzi, Kanzo, La, Soa, Deso, Shente, Lero, Sho,
Injite, Kante,
Pende, Malu, Ba, Kale, Jue, Sambe, Ishin, Lo,
Kadin, Sume,
Tenzi, Kanzo, La, Soa, Deso, Tushe, Lero, Sho,
Kanara,
Koye, Shinkante, Pendan, Dewa, Malu, Jungwe, Ni, Chere, Sewa, Tenzi, Kanzo, Chape, Side, Pato, Tengyu, Ji.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gisela. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Gese.